Welcome to the Inspired Lens, your weekly dose of inspiration and actionable insights for a more meaningful life. I'm your host, Silas Lounge, and I'm thrilled you've chosen to spend some time with us today. Let me start by asking you something. When was the last time you paused, truly paused, amidst the whirlwind of your day to acknowledge something good? Not just the big wins, the promotions, the grand vacations, but the small, everyday miracles. The warmth of your coffee cup on a chilly morning, the unexpected smile from a stranger, the comforting presence of a loved one, the simple fact that you woke up today with a new set of 24 hours ahead of you. It's so easy to get caught in the relentless pursuit of what's next, the next goal, the next acquisition, the next milestone. We're wired for striving, for improvement, for growth. And while that's a powerful engine for progress, it can sometimes leave us feeling like we're constantly running on a hedonic treadmill, where happiness is always just around the corner, but never quite within our grasp. What if I told you that one of the most potent tools for unlocking sustained joy, resilience, and fulfillment isn't found in achieving more, but in appreciating more of what you already have? A fascinating study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology by researchers Dr. Robert A. Emmons and Dr. Michael E. McCullough found that participants who kept weekly gratitude journals reported higher levels of positive emotions, optimism, and life satisfaction. They even reported fewer physical symptoms and spent more time exercising compared to control groups. Think about that. A simple practice, taking just a few minutes, can have such a profound impact. Today, we're diving deep into a practice that I believe is nothing short of an underrated superpower, the practice of gratitude. It's more than just saying thank you. It's a conscious, heartfelt acknowledgement of the good in our lives, big and small. It's about shifting our lens, our perspective, to see the abundance that often goes unnoticed. We'll explore how to cultivate it, delve into its incredible psychological benefits, and I'll even share some personal reflections and practical challenges to help you weave this transformative habit into your daily rhythm. So, grab a metaphorical cup of tea, settle in, and let's explore how looking through the lens of gratitude can illuminate your world. We all know what it means to say thank you. It's a social grace, a polite acknowledgement of a gift or a kind gesture. But the gratitude we're exploring today goes much deeper than that. It's not merely transactional, it's transformational. So, what is this deeper gratitude? At its core, gratitude is the recognition and appreciation of an altruistic gift. It's an affirmation of goodness in one's life and the recognition that the sources of this goodness lie at least partially outside the self. This definition, often cited in positive psychology, highlights two key components. Firstly, acknowledging the good things we receive, the benefits, the gifts, the positive experiences. Secondly, recognizing that these good things often come from outside ourselves, from other people, from nature, from a higher power if you're so inclined, or even from the serendipity of life. Think about it. Your morning coffee didn't just appear. Someone grew the beans, someone harvested them, transported them, roasted them, packaged them. Someone brewed it for you, or you brewed it using tools and resources that countless others had a hand in creating. Suddenly, that simple cup of coffee becomes a symbol of interconnectedness, a testament to the efforts of many. That's the lens of gratitude. It's about moving from a mindset of entitlement or expectation to one of appreciation. It's easy to feel entitled to a good salary if you work hard or good service if you're paying for it. But gratitude allows us to see the effort, the kindness, the sheer luck even, that contributes to these positive outcomes. It doesn't mean we don't deserve good things, but it means we don't take them for granted. I remember a period in my early career. I was laser focused on climbing the ladder, achieving the next promotion, hitting the next sales target. I was driven, and I did achieve a lot. But honestly, I wasn't particularly happy. I was stressed, constantly comparing myself to others, and always feeling like I was falling short. It was only when I consciously started to practice gratitude for the supportive colleagues I had, for the challenging projects that were helping me grow, even if they were stressful, for the very fact that I had a job that allowed me to learn and contribute, that my perspective began to shift. The external circumstances hadn't changed dramatically, but my internal landscape did. The stress didn't vanish, but it became more manageable because it was balanced by an awareness of the good. Gratitude isn't about ignoring the difficulties in life. It's not about plastering on a fake smile when things are tough. In fact, it can be a powerful anchor during challenging times. It's about acknowledging that even amidst hardship, there are still things to be thankful for. A supportive friend, a moment of peace, the strength you discover within yourself. It provides a broader perspective, reminding us that our current struggles don't define the entirety of our experience. It's a shift from "I'll be happy when" to "I am thankful now because." It's subtle yet profound. It's moving from a scarcity mindset, focusing on what's lacking, to an abundance mindset, recognizing and appreciating what's present. And the beautiful thing is, this is a skill. It's a muscle. And like any muscle, the more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Now, this isn't just feel-good fluff. The practice of gratitude is backed by a growing body of scientific research, and the psychological benefits are quite remarkable. It's like giving your brain and your overall well-being a powerful, natural boost. Let's look at what the science says. Firstly, gratitude increases positive emotions. As I mentioned earlier with the Emmons and McCullough study, people who regularly practice gratitude report more happiness, joy, optimism, and pleasure. It acts as a natural antidepressant. When you focus on the good, you essentially rewire your brain to notice more good. Think of it like tuning a radio. If you're tuned into the static of negativity, that's all you'll hear. But if you consciously tune into the frequency of gratitude, you start picking up all these wonderful signals that were there all along. Gratitude helps us savor positive experiences, making them feel more intense and last longer. Secondly, gratitude improves our physical health. This might sound surprising, but studies have linked gratitude to fewer aches and pains, lower blood pressure, and even improved immune function. People who practice gratitude tend to take better care of themselves, are more likely to exercise regularly, and even sleep better. When you feel good mentally and emotionally, it often translates into better physical health. Less stress, more positive emotions. It's a recipe for a healthier body. Thirdly, gratitude enhances empathy and reduces aggression. When you appreciate the kindness of others, you're more likely to be kind yourself. Grateful people are often more prosocial, helpful, and compassionate. Research has shown that individuals who feel grateful are less likely to retaliate against others, even when given negative feedback. It builds social bonds and strengthens relationships because it makes us nicer, more trusting, and more appreciative of others. Think about how you feel when someone genuinely thanks you for something. It strengthens your connection with that person, doesn't it? Fourthly, gratitude builds resilience. Life inevitably throws curveballs. We all face disappointments, setbacks, and losses. Gratitude doesn't make these problems disappear, but it provides a crucial psychological resource for coping with them. By helping us to appreciate what we do have, even during difficult times, gratitude can protect us from becoming overwhelmed by negativity. It helps us find meaning and perspective, fostering a sense of hope. It's like having an emotional shock absorber. I recall a time when I faced a significant professional setback. It was easy to get lost in frustration and self-pity. But a daily gratitude practice, focusing on my health, my supportive family, the lessons I was learning, even from this failure, helped me navigate that period with far more grace and ultimately bounce back stronger. And finally, gratitude can reduce materialism. In a world that constantly tells us we need more to be happy, gratitude shifts the focus from what we lack to what we possess. Studies have shown that grateful people are less envious, less focused on acquiring material goods, and more satisfied with what they have. This doesn't mean you can't have ambitions or desires, but it means your happiness isn't solely contingent on them. It's a liberating feeling. These are not small changes. These are fundamental shifts in how we experience life, how we interact with others, and how we navigate challenges. The simple act of consciously cultivating gratitude can set off a cascade of positive effects, transforming our mental, emotional, and even physical well-being. It's a testament to the incredible power of our own minds and our ability to shape our inner world. So, we understand what gratitude is and why it's so beneficial. Now comes the exciting part. How do we actively cultivate it? How do we make it a regular, ingrained part of our lives, especially when we're busy young professionals or just starting on this journey? The good news is, it doesn't require hours of meditation or expensive retreats. Small, consistent practices can make a huge difference. Think of it as tending to a garden. A little bit of watering and weeding each day helps the beautiful flowers bloom. Let's start with one of the most well-known and effective methods, gratitude journaling. Guided journaling prompts. Instead of just vaguely thinking about what you're grateful for, writing it down makes it more concrete and intentional. Here are a few prompts to get you started. Don't just list things. Try to elaborate a little. How did it make you feel? Why are you grateful for it? Prompt 1. The 3 good things. At the end of your day, write down 3 things that went well today and why they went well. They don't have to be monumental. Perhaps your commute was smooth, you had a delicious lunch, or a colleague paid you a compliment. Prompt 2. A person of impact. Think about someone who has had a positive impact on your life, big or small. Write down why you're grateful for them. Consider what specific qualities or actions you appreciate. Bonus challenge. Write them a thank you note or tell them directly. Prompt 3. Overcoming a challenge. Reflect on a challenge you've overcome. What are you grateful for about that experience? Perhaps it's the strength you discovered, the lessons you learned, or the support you received. Prompt 4. Something you usually take for granted. This is a powerful one. Think about something you often overlook. Your eyesight, clean running water, the ability to walk, the internet connecting us right now. Write about why you're grateful for this specific thing. Prompt 5. A small joy. What's a small, simple pleasure you experienced recently? The taste of your favorite fruit, the sound of rain, a good song on the radio, a moment of quiet. Describe it and why it brought you joy. Aim for just 5-10 minutes a day, or even a few times a week to begin with. The key is consistency. Another powerful practice is gratitude meditation or mindful moments. Guided reflection. You don't need to sit in a lotus position for an hour. Simply take a few deep breaths, center yourself, and bring to mind something or someone you're grateful for. Hold that feeling of appreciation for a few moments. You can do this when you wake up, before a meal, or before you go to sleep. Sensory gratitude. Engage your senses. Notice the warmth of the sun on your skin, the taste of your food, the beauty of a flower, the sound of birdsong. Consciously acknowledge these sensory experiences with gratitude. For example, as you sip your coffee, don't just gulp it down. Notice the aroma, the warmth, the taste. Be grateful for that moment of pleasure. Let's also talk about expressing gratitude to others. The thank you note, or text, or call. In our digital age, a handwritten thank you note can be incredibly impactful. But even a heartfelt email, text, or a phone call where you specifically express your appreciation can make a huge difference to both the recipient and to you. Make it specific. Instead of just thanks for everything, try thank you so much for taking the time to help me with that project yesterday. I really appreciated your insights on X, and it made a real difference. Verbal appreciation. Make it a habit to verbally thank people throughout your day. The barista, the bus driver, your colleague, your partner. A sincere thank you can brighten someone's day and reinforce your own feelings of gratitude. And finally, a fun way to cultivate gratitude is through gratitude challenges. The No Complaints Challenge, for a day, or even a few hours. This is harder than it sounds. Every time you catch yourself about to complain, try to reframe it or find something to be grateful for in that situation. It's a real eye-opener about how often we default to negativity. The gratitude jar. Keep a jar and some small slips of paper handy. Every day, write down one thing you're grateful for and put it in the jar. When you're having a tough day, or at the end of the month year, you can pull them out and read them. It's a tangible collection of your blessings. The appreciation walk. Go for a walk with the specific intention of noticing things you're grateful for in your environment. The trees, the architecture, the smiles of passers-by, the feeling of movement in your body. Remember, the goal isn't to force positivity or ignore genuine problems. It's about intentionally shifting your focus and cultivating an awareness of the good that already exists. Start small, be patient with yourself, and find what resonates with you. The more you practice, the more natural and effortless it will become, and the more you'll start to see your world through the inspired lens of gratitude. Now, cultivating gratitude sounds wonderful in theory, but let's be real, it's not always easy. There can be hurdles. Maybe you're going through a genuinely difficult time, and finding things to be grateful for feels forced or even impossible. Perhaps you feel like you should be grateful, but you just don't feel it. Or maybe life is just so overwhelmingly busy that adding another to-do to your list, even a positive one, feels like too much. These are all valid experiences. If you're in a season of deep suffering, please be gentle with yourself. Gratitude isn't about denying your pain. Sometimes the most you can be grateful for is the breath in your lungs, or the fact that today is a new day. And that's okay. Even the smallest spark of gratitude can be a lifeline. One common hurdle is what I call gratitude fatigue, or the feeling that it's becoming a chore. If your journaling starts to feel robotic, grateful for coffee, grateful for sunshine, grateful for my bed, it's time to shake things up. Go deeper. Why are you grateful for the coffee? Is it the ritual, the warmth, the energy boost that helps you connect with your kids in the morning? Explore the why behind the what. Try a different prompt or switch to a gratitude meditation for a few days. Another hurdle can be comparison. Seeing others' highlight reels on social media can sometimes make us feel like our own lives are lacking, making gratitude feel out of reach. Remember, comparison is the thief of joy. Your gratitude journey is unique to you. Focus on your own blessings, however small they may seem. For me, one of the things I often took for granted was my health, especially when I was younger. I pushed my body, didn't always eat well, skipped sleep. It was only after a period of illness a few years ago that I truly, deeply understood the incredible gift of a functioning, healthy body. Now, I'm consciously grateful every day for the ability to walk, to think clearly, to simply feel well. It's not something I list off. It's a felt sense of appreciation. I'm grateful for the morning light, not just because it's pretty, but because it means my eyes are working. I'm grateful for the ability to type these scripts, not just because it's my job, but because my mind and hands can coordinate this complex task. Another thing I've learned to appreciate more deeply is the quiet moments. As a young professional, I was always seeking noise, activity, the next big thing. Now, I find immense gratitude in a quiet evening with a book, a peaceful walk in nature, or simply a few minutes of uninterrupted silence. These small joys are often the most profound. If you're struggling, start incredibly small. What is one tiny thing right now, in this very moment, that you can appreciate? Perhaps it's the chair supporting you, the technology allowing you to listen to this, the fact that you chose to invest this time in yourself. Acknowledge it, feel it. That's the seed of gratitude. Nurture it, and it will grow. As we draw this episode to a close, I want to leave you with this thought. The practice of gratitude is not just a personal development tool. It's a force for positive change that ripples outwards. When you cultivate gratitude, you become a more positive, resilient, and compassionate individual. This, in turn, impacts your relationships, your work, and your community. Imagine a workplace where colleagues genuinely appreciate each other's contributions. Imagine families where gratitude is expressed openly and freely. Imagine communities where people focus on what they have and how they can share it, rather than on what they lack. This is the world that becomes possible when more of us embrace the practice of gratitude. So the key takeaways from today? First, gratitude is more than just words. It's a deep-seated appreciation for the good in our lives. Second, the psychological and physical benefits are scientifically proven and profoundly impactful. And third, cultivating gratitude is a practical skill that anyone can develop through simple, consistent practices. My challenge to you this week is to choose just one practice we talked about, whether it's journaling 3 good things, writing a thank you note, or taking a gratitude walk, and commit to it for the next 7 days. Observe how it makes you feel. Notice any shifts in your perspective. Gratitude doesn't change your circumstances overnight, but it fundamentally changes you, and that, in turn, can change everything. It's about learning to see the masterpiece that is your life, not by adding more paint, but by appreciating the colors that are already there. Thank you for joining me on the Inspired Lens today. I hope this exploration of gratitude has sparked something within you. If you found this episode valuable, please consider sharing it with someone who might benefit. And if you haven't already, we'd be so grateful if you'd like this episode, subscribe to the Inspired Lens for more inspiring content, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our future explorations into living a more meaningful life. What are you grateful for today? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep looking for the light, keep appreciating the good, and keep your lens inspired.